In this topic, we'll look at how to append and merge queries. Now it's important to understand the basics of combining queries because you would need it essentially to create most of your data presentation. Append and merge are two types of combining queries. Now you must be thinking, why should I combine queries when I can do most of the things in a single query? The thing is, with single queries, it becomes very complicated when you reach about 100 steps. So by combining queries, you can write better and simpler queries. Let us understand it more with the help of an example. Now if you look over here, I have the order quantity and I want to calculate revenue. Now my question is, can I calculate revenue with only order quantity? The answer is no. Why? Because only order quantity cannot give me revenue. I also need the price value. So if I add price to this table, then I can simply multiply order quantity with price and get the revenue. Now the first task to be done here is to locate where the price data is. Now if I go to my products file and scroll towards the right, you can see that the product price is over here. Now the question is, how do I get this product price into my sales table? This is where data model comes. So I'll have to identify common headers or common columns among these two databases and create a relationship between them. And then we can fetch the values. Right now we are not going to create any kind of relationship. Instead, I'll make you understand in a very easy way. In Microsoft Excel, you could have easily fetched the values from one workbook to another using a VLOOKUP. But in Power Query, there is no VLOOKUP function. Instead, there is an interesting thing to show you. Now if we go through the sales 2016 data and the products data, what we can see is product key and here again product key. So this column is common between those two data. So each product key has a fixed price. Now on the basis of this product key, I can fetch the price to this sales 2016 data sheet. Now to do this, we can use the feature in Power Query called merge queries. So as I said earlier, there are two ways to apply queries, that is merge queries and append queries. Let us understand these two one by one. Now if you want to combine two different columns from different workbooks into one workbook, then you use the option merge queries. Let me show you how. So here I am in sales 2016 and under the home tab, you can see merge queries. Now when I click on this drop down, it gives me two options. One is merge queries, the other one is merge queries as new. So if I select merge queries, then it will merge the column in the existing table. And with merge query as new, it will add the column in a new table. It will create a new table and add a column there. Now here I don't need a new table. I want it in the existing one, so I'll select merge queries. Okay, so here it shows that I am in sales 2016 and here I have to select another table with which I have to merge it, which is the products table. Next you have to select the common header, product key here and product key here. So if you choose these two columns and you see a tick mark over here, then that means it's a green signal for you. It implies that all the rows that you have selected from both the tables match. And then you have to click on this OK. Okay, so now you see that I am in sales 2016 and I have order quantity, product status, and towards the end of my table, towards the right, there is a new column which is products. And in that column, you can see that there are entries called table, table, table and all. These are basically hyperlinks. So you do not have to worry about that. what you have to do is just click on this expand button and you will be able to see all the columns from the products table. So it's actually basically asking me whether I want to add all the columns or any specific column. In our example here, we are looking only for product price. So select that and click on this OK. And you can see a new column has been added with the product's price, and the header specifies that this is from the products table. So you do not have to apply any VLOOKUP, and with this merge queries option in Power Query, you can easily fetch the values. Next, I have the order quantity, I have the product's price. Next, what I have to do is I have to multiply this. Simply click on this add column and then go to custom column. In this window that pops up, type the column name. I will give it revenue and then the custom column formula. That is, what formula do you want to apply in that column. What I want to do is I have to multiply order quantity and price. So just select order quantity and then click on insert, and you want to multiply it, so put a multiplication sign over there. Now with what do you want to multiply it? It's product price. So select that and insert, or you can just do a double click. If the formula that you apply is correct, then it shows no syntax errors have been detected and you can go ahead. So you can click OK. So you can see a new column revenue has been added, which is a product of product price and order quantity. So let me just show you. If I go here and load more and select 2, you can see the revenue. So this is how you can make use of the merge queries option in Power Query. Now suppose I want to consolidate sales from 3 years so that I have a consolidated sales report. So ideally what we do is we'll copy the data from one sheet and paste it into a new sheet, and then copy the data from second sheet and paste it under that, and so on. But that is a very tedious task. Through this Power Query, you can easily merge and consolidate your reports in a single shot. But for this, you have to first upload all your files. So here, since we have just one sales data, you have to upload the other 2 sales data as well before merging those. So there are 2 ways to connect your data. One is click on this close and apply, and go to get data and upload your file. That is one way that we have been following till now. But how can you load your data sitting in this Power Query editor itself? All you have to do is click on this new source and then click on text or CSV. Let's select the file sales 2015 and click open. Click OK. You must have seen that you did not get the transform option here because you are already there in the Power Query editor. So the file will automatically get opened in the transform mode. So again click on this new source, text CSV, select the file sales 2017, click open and click OK. So now we have all the 3 files, sales 2015, 16 and 17 over here. But before consolidating these files into a single one, there is one condition, that all these files should have the same number of columns and the same column headers. So I'll have to remove the revenue column from the sales 2016, which we added as part of the previous demo. Otherwise it will conflict with the uniformity of the column headers. So let's remove this column. Okay, so now we have all the 3 files with the same column headers. Now how can I consolidate these? For that, click on this home, go to Append Queries, and earlier I mentioned that Append Queries is to add the result to the existing file. So this time we'll go with Append Queries in New. So here it's giving me two options. That is 2 tables or 3 or more tables. Now since we have 3 tables, let's click on this. So you can see that sales 2016 is already appended to this table. Now I have to append 2015 and sales 2017. Once you are done adding, click OK. So you can see I got a new table append 1 where all the 3 tables are now consolidated. I can also rename this file. Now I want to check if the append query has done my job or not. To do that, click on this order date, click on this filter. Here it's showing 2016. Click on load more. And yes, see, it's now showing 2015 as well. Let's scroll down and it's showing 2017 as well. So this is how easily you can consolidate your reports using Power Query Editor. You do not have to copy and paste your reports repetitively. Okay, so now we have looked into merge and append queries. Now suppose I have a folder in which I have 12 months workbook. That means there are 12 different files. So these are 12 Excel files. They can be 20 Excel files. Now I want to consolidate all these 20 files into one single file. So data from all these 20 files should be consolidated into one file. Now with append query, what we saw was we have to upload each and every file individually. That means you will have to upload those 20 files individually. Only after you have uploaded those 20 files one by one can you apply the append query. Here again, it's a time consuming job and I'll never recommend you to do that. So there's another way that you can accomplish this. So if I have a folder which has 20, 50 or 100 files that I need to work upon, can I upload the whole folder onto my Power BI and that to a consolidated file? And the answer is yes. So to do that, let me first delete these 3 files from here because I do not require them right now. So select all the files by holding down the Shift key, right click and delete. Click on this close and apply. It's applying the changes. Done. Now to upload the whole folder, you just have to go to this get data and then click on more. Here under all, you can see the folder option. Select that and click on connect. Now browse the location where your folder is. So master sales FY data, click on OK and once again OK. Okay, so this is the information of my folder. That is, these are the files that are present in that selected folder. You can see the name, the extension, then the date accessed, date modified, created and all those details. So do not click on this combine or load. We have to click on this transform data. Okay, so this is the content of my folder in terms of binary format. The rest of the information that is shown over here is not required, so I need not load this data. I'll be deleting it. Before deleting, let me highlight a point over here. Now, when you load all the files in a folder, but you do not want to consolidate all the files that are present in that folder, what you can do is, you can filter out the files that you do not need. For that, click over here on the filter button and select or unselect the files as per your requirement. So only the selected files will be consolidated into your Power BI. So let me now remove these unnecessary columns which I do not want to load into my database. So I'll right click on this column header and say remove other columns. So all the other columns will get deleted. Now all the data is inside this binary form. But to consolidate, you don't have to click here. There's an automated program in Power Query that will consolidate your file. So all you have to do is click on this combine files button. So the evaluation query program is running. So it is now showing me the preview of the data. Now just click OK and wait for a second. And you will get your consolidated data over here. What you see over here are the programs run by Power Query in the background. We do not have to go through these options, it's just for your understanding. So let's just click and check if all the data has been uploaded. So it's starting from 2015 and going all the way to 2017. That means all the required data has been consolidated. I can also change the name of the file over here. So I'll give sales and hit enter. I hope you now have a clarity on how to combine queries. So if you have to combine 2 or more columns, you can use the merge option. If you want to consolidate 2 or 3 workbooks, you can use the append query. And if you have multiple workbooks to combine, then go with the folder option. Once you have done all that, just click on this close and apply. It's applying the changes. And it's done.